Have you ever wondered how everything began? The world is so big and amazing. Mountains rise high, oceans stretch wide, and the sky seems to go on forever. Well, our story starts with nothing at all. Can you imagine that? No sky, no land, no stars to twinkle, just emptiness. Then something incredible happened. God created the heavens and the earth, but it wasn't like the world we know today. It was dark and shapeless, like a swirling cloud with no top or bottom. Everything was still and quiet, but even though it seemed empty, this was just the beginning of God's incredible plan. It might seem strange to start with nothing, but that's how all good stories begin. Just like a painter starts with a blank canvas, God started with a blank slate to create something truly special, and believe me, what he creates next is truly spectacular. Now imagine being surrounded by darkness, unable to see anything. That's how it was at the start. But then God spoke the most powerful words, "Let there be light." And suddenly, a brilliant light burst forth, chasing away the darkness. God saw that the light was good, and he separated it from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. And just like that, the first day was over, ending with the world bathed in the warm glow of the newly created light. Can you imagine how different the world would be without light? We wouldn't have the sun's warmth, the moon's gentle glow, or the twinkling stars in the night sky. Light wasn't just beautiful, it was the start of something amazing. On the second day, God decided to create something equally incredible, the sky. Picture this. Vast waters stretched as far as the eye could see, both above and below. God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water," and it was so. The vault, which we call the sky, rose up, creating a space between the waters above and the waters below. This is why we sometimes see fluffy white clouds floating high above us. They're part of the waters above, and with the creation of the sky, the second day came to an end. Imagine a world without the blue sky above, or the rain that falls from the clouds. The sky is like a giant blanket that protects us and gives us air to breathe. It's another incredible creation that makes our world so special. Now picture this. The earth was covered in water, but God had a plan to create something truly magical. He said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered into one place and let dry ground appear." And just like that, the waters obeyed, revealing dry land for the very first time. God named the dry ground land and the gathered waters seas. But he wasn't finished yet. He looked at the bare land and said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it according to their kinds." And guess what? The land was instantly covered in lush green grass, colorful flowers, and towering trees laden with delicious fruit. Can you imagine the amazing sight of the world suddenly bursting into life? From the tiniest blade of grass to the tallest tree, God's creation was truly breathtaking. And this abundance of greenery wasn't just for beauty, it was to provide food for all the wonderful creatures he would create next. On the fourth day, God created the sun, moon, and stars to light up the sky and govern the day and night. He made them to mark the seasons, days, and years. Can you imagine how amazing it must have been to witness the first sunrise and the first moonlit night? Then, on the fifth day, God filled the waters with all kinds of amazing sea creatures. He created everything from tiny fish that shimmered in the sunlight to giant whales that roamed the deep. He also filled the skies with birds of all shapes and sizes, from soaring eagles to tiny hummingbirds. Can you imagine the beautiful songs that filled the air as these creatures came to life? Finally, on the sixth day, God created all the land animals. He made everything from tiny insects to giant elephants. He created animals that crawled, animals that hopped, and animals that ran. And then, God created something truly special, human beings, made in his own image. He created man and woman and gave them dominion over all the other creatures on earth. He gave them the responsibility to care for his creation and to live in harmony with all living things. And so, in 6 days, God created the heavens and the earth and everything in them. He created a world full of wonder, beauty, and life. And he gave us the gift of being a part of it all. Isn't that an amazing story?